Pull up your analytics dashboards right now. Seriously, take a look. If your organic growth projections are still relying on traditional keyword search volumes in 2026, your model is completely broken. We're talking about a fundamental, structural change in how systems decide who actually gets found online. If you are still grinding away building content around individual keywords, you are actively making your brand invisible.
And here's the reality check you probably didn't want today. 68.01%. According to the latest SparkToro and SimilarWeb study, that is the exact percentage of US Google searches that ended without a single click to any website in the first 4 months of 2026. Over 2/3. So if you're out there chasing exact match keywords hoping for top-of-funnel traffic, you're battling it out for a rapidly shrinking slice of the pie. The zero-click era isn't coming. It's already here, and it's time to drop any lingering complacency.
Right, let me jump in here, because the ratio gets even scarier when you look at the raw drop. Just 2 years ago, back in 2024, out of every 1,000 searches, 374 of those resulted in a click to the open web. Today, we are down to 276. That is a massive 26% plunge in just 24 months. AI overviews and conversational chat interfaces are literally intercepting the user, synthesizing the answer on the spot, and aggressively stealing the remaining share of voice right there on the search results page. Good luck trying to explain that trend in your next QBR.
Exactly. Fishkin hit the nail on the head with this one. He said, Google is becoming a walled garden. It's unlikely this evolution will slow or reverse. If your executive team is breathing down your neck, wondering why organic traffic is compressing, even though you've got perfect technical audits and stellar content, this is your proof. The old lexical referral loop, where a search engine just acts as a massive directory of outbound links, is completely decomposing. And that expanding walled garden forces us into a completely new paradigm. We have to shift our mindset from traditional SEO to what we call agentic commerce. Think about it. The old model relied on a human browsing your site, driven by lexical, keyword-based searches. In agentic commerce, AI agents are autonomously researching and negotiating on behalf of the user. It is highly semantic, deeply intent-based, and entirely autonomous. The agent reads your data and makes a purchasing decision without ever generating a human click.
So how does a consumer agent actually bypass your carefully crafted marketing website entirely? Let's break it down into 4 steps. Step 1 is intent expression. The user tells their AI assistant what they want, something like, hey, find me a CRM for a small nonprofit. Step 2 is autonomous research. That agent instantly queries structured product data via APIs across dozens of databases simultaneously. Step 3 is negotiation, where AI agents actually communicate directly with merchant APIs to find the best terms. And finally, Step 4, execution. Secure payment passes straight through the conversational interface. The user went from intent to transaction, and they never even saw your landing page.
And the financial stakes here are absolutely massive, especially if you're in B2B. Just look at this staggering data point from Bain & Company. 85% of B2B buyers end up purchasing from their day one vendor list. That list is solidified before any traditional search process even begins. So if your structured data and APIs aren't directly readable by these AI procurement agents during that autonomous research phase we just talked about, you are completely out of the pipeline before you even knew a deal existed.
This means tracking our traditional metrics is honestly completely obsolete in a machine-to-machine workflow. We have to optimize for brand new data-driven targets. Forget obsessing over session duration and bounce rates. Instead, you need to be tracking agent-driven conversion rates. Basically, did the agent select your product or not? You need to measure agent-mediated revenue per visit. And absolutely crucially, API response quality. How fast and how complete is the structured data your system spits back out when a large language model queries it?
This exact technical pivot is what we call Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO for short. In simple terms, it's the practice of structuring your data so that AI systems can accurately retrieve it, cite it, and act on it. Your end goal isn't just ranking somewhere on a page of 10 blue links anymore. Your goal is being the authoritative, factual source that gets cited right inside the LLM's generated answer.
But hold on, does this mean keywords are totally dead? Well, not exactly, but we absolutely have to challenge the finality of exact match optimization. Modern search engines and AI agents don't just lazily match text strings anymore. They model intent using clickstream-trained vector embeddings. They are translating actual user journeys and mapping semantic context. If your underlying data satisfies the user's core intent, you don't need to stuff exact phrases everywhere. The engine understands the relationships between those concepts, and it heavily rewards intent satisfaction over exact phrasing.
To actually make this happen on a technical level,
The definitive solution right now is the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. Introduced by Anthropic, MCP is an open standard that gives AI assistants, like Claude for example, direct access to external tools and live databases. Before MCP came along, connecting different AI tools to various data sources required endless, fragile custom integrations. We called it the notorious M by N integration problem. MCP solves all of that by providing a single, universally standardized connection layer.
Let's actually expand on the engineering realities of how that protocol works under the hood. The MCP architecture breaks down into 3 distinct layers. First up, you have the MCP host. This is simply the client interface you work in every day, like Claude Desktop or Cursor. Second is the MCP client, which acts as the internal connector managing the communication flow. And third, and this is by far the most important for us, is the MCP server. This server acts as the crucial API translator between the LLM and your live SEO database. It's what allows the AI to securely query your data in milliseconds, right at scale.
Keeping this grounded in actionable tech, there are exactly 4 components you need to build a working MCP server. You need a public URL, which provides a stable address for the AI to connect to. You need a small set of tools, which basically define the specific permissions for what the AI is allowed to ask or do. You need a factual data endpoint pulling directly from your structured backend. And lastly, you absolutely need a routine update schedule so the AI isn't hallucinating on stale data. Set this up correctly, and you've built a server that an AI assistant will actually trust and cite.
And the really exciting part is that the tooling ecosystem around this is already incredibly robust for 2026. Look at the top SEO MCP servers available right now. You've got Google Search Console running index and performance queries completely for free. You have OpenSEO handling complex agent workflows and keyword clustering. And you've got the Screaming Frog wrapper doing deep technical audits at enterprise scale. The old days of exporting giant CSVs and burning hours merging data in spreadsheets, that's completely being replaced by natural language API queries that execute cross-platform analysis in just a single prompt. It's a total game changer.
If you want to operationalize this AI-first workflow today, here's your no-nonsense blueprint. Step 1, start immediately with the free Google Search Console MCP to analyze your indexing and search performance. Just get a feel for it. Step 2, add in your primary keyword tool, like an Hrefs or Semrush, which you can usually connect in minutes. Then, Step 3, layer in your specialty coverage, like SE ranking for AI visibility tracking or Screaming Frog for those technical audits. Prove the value of this setup to your team on routine data wrangling first, and then slowly expand your stack.
The data is incredibly clear, the tools are live and waiting, and this zero-click reality is already actively impacting your bottom line right now. So, we want to leave you with one absolutely critical question to ask yourselves and your teams. Is your brand discoverable by machines or only by humans? Demand more from your strategy. You need to reevaluate your entire technical infrastructure before 2027 catches you completely off guard.